It's cold and flu season, you're trying to get pregnant, and you're wondering, what can I do to stay healthy? I'm going to be sharing with you some foundational tips, and at the end of this video, I will share with you my secret recipe that I use and that I share with the people that I work with to help me stay healthy. So come on, let's go. And welcome to the Fertility Godmother Show, where we talk about all things fertility. Hi, I'm Denise Noyer-Rez. I'm your host and I'm your fertility godmother, and I get to work with couples all over the world to help them get pregnant, stay pregnant, and have a healthy baby. And I'm excited to be here with you on this episode today because there are some foundational things that you can do to really make sure that you stay in the optimal health, which will help you during cold and flu season. And then I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do to help boost my immune system and fight off colds when I've been exposed to a cold or when I'm feeling run down and think that I'm going to get sick. One of the first things that's really important in our foundation is stress management. Our days are so busy, our lives are so full that sometimes we don't take time to really manage our stress and calm our nervous system, and that can cause a lot of inflammation and cause our body to work extra hard. And if our body is working extra hard to calm our nervous system down, it's going to take away the energy to help make sure that our immune system is strong and balanced so that we prevent getting sick, or that we can make sure that we fight off a cold faster. So managing stress is huge, and there's a bunch of ways to do that, from meditation, breathing, acupuncture, yoga, journaling. There's so many different ways to manage stress, and it's just really about making sure that you're integrating and you're making the time for it throughout the day so it doesn't sneak up on you. The second thing I wanted to share with you that's foundational is making sure you're getting enough sleep. So it's important to make sure that you're getting around 7 to 9 hours of sleep for our overall health. But when we get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, that allows our body to rest and rejuvenate. Another thing that's so important to manage our immune system, manage our nervous system, manage our overall health. So making sure that we're getting good quality sleep, ideally between 7 to 9 hours most of the time. Having that sanctuary of sleep is super important. And the last thing I wanted to share with you about our foundation, which you've heard me talk about many times, and I will continue to talk about thousands and more times, is really eating nutritiously, making sure that we're getting lots of healthy fruits and vegetables, that we're not eating foods that are inflammatory. So ideally, let's talk about vegetables because that's where we get a lot of our vitamins, and also fruits. So making sure that we're getting the rainbow, and particularly fruits that are orange and yellow have a lot more vitamin C in them. And vitamin C is a really important nutrient that can support your immune system. It's also helpful for your fertility. So all three of these things are in alignment with your journey of staying healthy and being in optimal health as you're trying to get pregnant, which will decrease your chances of getting sick, because when you're preventing by making sure that you're taking care of your body, it'll minimize your risk. Does that make sense? So what happens when you have been exposed to an illness? Maybe you were at the grocery store and the person behind you was coughing and sneezing when they should have been home in bed. What do you do during that type of situation? Or what do you do when you start to feel like you are getting sick? So now I'm going to share with you some supplements that I go to on a regular basis when I feel like I have been exposed or run down and that I'm getting sick. And I use this with my family, and I use these supplements with the clients I work with. That being said, this is not in place of medication if you need it. So you definitely, if you are getting symptoms of the cold or flu, you definitely want to talk to your doctor and check in with your doctor as well. I have a few supplements that I go to all the time when I feel like I'm run down and getting sick. And the first one is I increase my dose of vitamin D. Vitamin D is so important for your fertility, and it's also so important for your immune system and so many other things. So I really like to have my vitamin D on the higher end of normal, because that's where optimal health is, not on the lower survival end. Does that make sense? So When I am exposed to something or when I'm feeling run down, I will take extra vitamin D. The other thing I will take is extra vitamin C. And again, those are both supplements that you can use to help benefit your fertility as well. And then there's 3 other supplements that I use particularly when I am getting sick. One of my go-tos that I use on a regular basis only when I feel like I'm run down or have been exposed is oregano oil. Oregano oil is an antibacterial, an antimicrobial, and an antifungal. So if I catch it in time, and even if it's already started like brewing in my body, if I take that oregano oil, it can knock it out right away, or it decreases the length of my cold or flu and minimizes my symptoms. It's so important to make sure that you catch it on direct onset because that will help you the fastest. That being said, when you take oregano oil, it's also important to combine it with a probiotic so that we're also nurturing back the good bacteria so that our body can keep producing the important bacteria that it needs for our health. In fact, probiotics are a supplement that I highly recommend for our overall health and for our fertility, and it's super important as a supplement to support your immune system. Another supplement that I'll often use is colloidal silver. It's another antimicrobial, and you may have heard of this one. Echinacea is fantastic. So I see a lot of times people taking echinacea the whole season. Echinacea is great to use again for prevention and for direct onset. It can really help you fight off the cold. It just gives your body that extra boost to help your immune army fight off that cold or flu that you're fighting. So those are my personal tips and tricks to help me stay healthy and fight off any colds and flus during this season. And I have to share with you, they usually work for all the colds and flus, but I have to say it may have helped with COVID. I don't know, but it hasn't prevented me from getting COVID. I just wanted to put that caveat out there since we're still fighting COVID. But keeping your immune system strong, making sure that you're on the upper end of vitamin D levels can also support your body if you do get COVID. So thank you so much for spending your time with me here today. I'm going to give you a quick recap. We want to make sure that we have a strong foundation, making sure that we're getting enough sleep, the rainbow of fruits and vegetables, and managing stress. When we have a strong foundation and our immune system is strong, that is the best way to prevent any sickness from colds and flus that are going around us. So please be sure to share this video with someone that can benefit from it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'm Denise Noyer-Rez, your fertility godmother, wishing you a healthy, happy pregnancy.